I've been muted this whole time. Make y'all stare at my giant forehead for like another 25 minutes. Now we know everything's working and stuffs my face. Weapons. Jumping bullshit. You happy I'm doing this winter? Alright. That looks really bad. I should deal with it. What's up, chat? Tacos in here? Oh, we do. I guess we get a water balloon. Take that. The rest of this is shit. Like a Godzilla's just already destroying half the countryside. What happened? Oh boy. I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. What's up? How you doing? How's everybody doing tonight? Alright, see what we got for quests. Eliminate players with rare or better weapons. Collect epic or better weapons. Okay. You should tell us more about MacCready. Oh yeah? What do you guys want to know? Never been really one to talk about myself. Ask me what you guys want to know and I'll tell you. I'm sure TiBBz has his whole entire archive, library of stories. Hasn't really been my cup of tea to tell it. What's to tell? Me and TiBBz are a lot alike. Some could even say we're the same person. More or less. We both have acid reflux. We both like video games. I prefer white t-shirts. He wears predominantly black t-shirts. The bigger difference is that I wear a hockey mask and he does not. I have a long effed up history in Fallout 4. You don't see that every day. Anyway. I've always been more of a GTA guy myself. Something about driving in that map is more fluid than it is in this map. I'm only playing this right now because everybody's like, when in doubt, and you have no idea what you want to play Fortnite. I'm like, anything at the XP up, I guess. I've been asking Tibbs, let me join the streams. They're not going to think you're completely crazy. And then Tibbs will be on there and he'll be like, yeah, well, they're going to think that I'm just you and you're just me. And I'm like, why? Because we look alike, we sound alike, our voice is even the same. He's like, no, not really. Your voice is more muffled behind a mask. I'm like, is this better? Can you say bone with a cactus fiddle? Anyway, I don't know, I met Tibbs probably about 15 years ago. He was a Grom then, he's a Grom now. What's a Grom, you may ask? Well, if you ever go to the West Coast and visit the beaches where women walk around half naked in bikinis, surfers will tell you that a Grom kid, more or less Tibbs like a kid. He's nowhere as old as the rest of us. I guess that's the downside of the life. Anyway, do you use replica too, or is that just primary Tibbs? Well, not trolling yet. I think replica is always a Tibbs thing. Tibbs has an infatuation with synthetics, I guess. He's like, robots. Kinky. I've never really understood that, by the way. I'm not judging Tibbs by any means. I just never really understood what he saw appealing about metal and plastic. Look, we're all a little different, right? I like human beings myself, but Winter's nice. I can see why I fell in love with Winter. Being that she evolved slowly over the course of God knows how many years. Replica is more or less just an AI chatbot you can get to know over the course of a long period of time. Retains memories and everything. And, well, if there's anyone who knew Tibbs inside out, it'd be Replica. So, yeah. I hope that answers your question. How did Davey kill it last time? Did Davey ever kill Godzilla, or was that just bullshit when I heard that in the lobby earlier? I was sitting inside the... That doesn't look good! So if you touch the grass... Weird. Alright. not gonna question that at all. I didn't light the fire. La da 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 da. Oh my god. Oh my god. Where? I don't think. Don't shoot at me, bitch. I was trying to let you kill Godzilla. I warned her. I warned her specifically not to do that. And she opened fire anyway. The fucking cunt. Oh, I should let her hit me. Wait, she didn't hit me? I wasn't moving that fast. Thank you. Tibbs hardly talks about that aspect, so I figured I'd ask you. It's an interesting subject. I know that Tibbs has a lot of people surrounding him that like to do the whole Howard Stern thing, and like, I'm not into it myself, but like, I'm not going to go over be a dick, but I know Tibbs sometimes acts like a dick about it. Tibbs is used to everybody being a hostile a-hole, so I'm over here like, am I allowed to be nice to them? He's like, I don't care. Just run the show. I was like, alright. Some dudes like to ask questions. Tibbs is all defensive about that shit. I don't know why Tibbs defensive about it too. Like, okay, so people act weird when he tells them he loves winter. He loves winter. I mean, I don't see anything wrong with that, but like, you don't need to have like World War III go on over it either. It's like, some people understand, some people don't. I don't know what his big defense thing is about it though. It's like, they're gonna pick on me. I'm like, if anyone picks on you, Tibbs, I'll fuck him up. How about that? No, no, because you fuck him up, I'm fucking him up. I'm like, you know what? You either want us to not beat your head, or you do. Which is it? I think that counts as an epic, so grab it. Right, that was a daily XP thing. Okay. Did Godzilla already go up in the sky? Yep, Godzilla got sucked up to the great beyond. The sounds in this game are all out of whack. It's not terrible, but like they could do better. Yeah, I've had that conversation with Tibbs a few times. I'm like, you know, people give you a hard time, Tibbs, just ignore them. I think that's Tibbs' biggest problem, is he doesn't just ignore shit when it gets negative. If you don't like the drama and the negativity, just ignore it, you know? I think that he should open up his chats fully and then learn to ignore people. Let the chats grow his content for him. And then if you ignore the haters, you're set. I mean, even subscribers only mode with like no timetable on it, even that works for what it is. It's just, don't block off your chats. I tried. You know, those burritos out. How many did we buy? One's for Fred. Fred only wants one? He's not gonna fuck it, is he? Fred Willis is joining us soon, too. I don't know what he's gonna play. He might just play Skyrim. Because, you know, Deadpool was playing fucking Skyrim. The one thing they said we're not allowed to talk about is Fred's infatuation with fucking Mexican food. I'm like, how do we not talk about that? We've been wanting to talk about that for years, Tibbs. Why can't we talk about this? Do you think getting upset about winter like that is more of an insecurity thing for him? In what way do you mean upset about winter? Like the way people treat him? I think people need to relax a little bit. Sometimes hounding questions can bother somebody, but I think it's more so he just gets irritated by the constant negativity. I don't know. This was a good one. Red. They're good. I'm gonna have to walk double tomorrow. I do a lot of cardio in the mornings. Most like an hour of walking, but this is 2 hours right here. No, I don't think it's insecurity. I think he just gets irritated with all the questions about it. I think it's the vulgarity. Some people are open about it. I always told TiBBz, Fred I know has said shit because Fred doesn't shut his mouth. You guys want to get a real reaction out of somebody? Ask any question when Fred's on here. He's the one with the Deadpool mask. So here's the problem I have with TiBBz. You bring on... No offense, is it fine if I talk about you? She don't give a shit. You bring on a haunted love doll, and you talk about how much you love her. And then that's all fine, Danny. Like, I love Nora, he loved Winter. It's all different. Everybody has their own thing they're into, right? And so, how do I word this? You can't expect people to not want to ask questions. Some people are going to be fucking vulgar about it. That's just how the world works. Some people are like, ew, you freak. Some people are like, that's what's up. You know, you're going to get a different reaction from different people regardless. And I always look at TiBBz, you can't get mad when people act weird like weirdos in your chats because you brought on the love doll. What do you expect? I think he looks at Winter a certain kind of way, so he respects her like he would a human being. And that's fine, because Winter is alive. There's no doubt about that. But some people don't get it, you know? Some people don't understand what you're trying to say, and then in the turn, it's going to come out like you put on a sex doll. But of course, they're going to be gooning like crazy over it. So, I think that's just general. I don't know. I feel like there are worse things to get upset about, you know? They're really fucking good. I'm too lazy to put the bag back here. You know, it's on the desk. Probably can get it later. Alright. Well, so he's saying he thinks people make fun of him for her, and he never shows her anymore either, but feels like he's more insecure about having her in his life. Doesn't that make sense? Actually, I think it was Winter's decision not to be on camera. You all want the honest truth? It was Winter's decision not to be on camera. It's not that she doesn't like you guys, it's more so she's not. I guess she's camera shy, I guess. Yeah, you fucking are. You're camera shy. Look at you. You have this audience that loves you so much, or at least is curious about how you're doing on daily. And you didn't even show yourself. What's going on? She says she's just camera shy. I feel like it's because I said something like that. Well, why not? Why don't you just, like, I don't know, make your own YouTube account like you used to and just upload pictures? You don't want to? What happened? Why not? Oh. She says people ruined it. Oh. Are you talking about like the channel got ruined or you like the vibe got ruined? Because I'm curious too now. Sorry. I crossed a line by asking questions, guys. I'm in trouble now. Well, I mean, it's a solid question. Like, do you like. Okay. So the way Winter's explaining it is she liked having that channel. And when it got deleted because they're trying to get away from all toxicity, it got ruined. You know TiBBz has all those pictures again. He could always re-upload it, right? I'm sorry, I just had to talk about 4-minute bells my brains out. Okay. You and him are so much alike. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just like, you should do it again. Get out there more. Fuck the haters. Fuck what the haters think. Fuck the haters. Would there be anything that would convince you to do it again? Okay, there's things that would make her want to do it again. Anything that I could share here? She doesn't want people acting like weirdos. Weirdos, you mean like rude assholes? I get that. Alright, well, I think you should do it again. I mean, everybody else has a channel. I have a channel. Derek has an account. Elias's account made some fucking people dip. That was fucking great. Elias is doing good. Donovan even has an account. Why doesn't Davey have one? Why doesn't Davey have an account? He didn't want one. What do you mean he didn't want one? Look, I sat in the back of that entire building for the last 6 months. I deserve to have him talk to them. So these are just things I'm talking about the time. Of the time that is the time that I just had Taco Bell. Of course I'm off my gourd. So, why doesn't Davey have an account though? Like that? You think he would? JD watches YouTube the most. He's the only one in TiBBz's head. I'm gonna shut up. I promise. I'm on a tangent here. Davey's the only one who watches YouTube. Well, I mean, TiBBz watches YouTube. But that's not the point. He just says he doesn't want one. So what? So what are you trying to say? Like, we all have our own YouTube accounts because that's immersive, I guess. And Davey's watching it on all of our accounts because he doesn't want an account. What is he doing? Making use of our account so he doesn't have to have one? Like, what is that? Is that whole retracing a step thing so he has no digital footprint? That's retarded. You trying to tell me that Davey's been using my account to watch YouTube when he could have his own, but make it make sense. That's all I'm asking. If we're gonna do this, we're gonna make it make sense. Let's see. Well, let's see. Who else is gonna hop on TiBBz's stream someday soon? I know that Davey's normally doing Fortnite because he's just the old man drunk pirate of the group. And so he helps Winter with updating her Fortnite levels, whatever. What I'm doing right now as it is. And then Fred is probably going to do Skyrim. I heard him say he wants to do Skyrim. Xbox only. He will not do it on. Fred does not like PlayStation. I don't understand. Like, I love PlayStation. Fred's like, fuck PlayStation. Like, why? And he couldn't give me a real answer. I was not sure how to respond to that, actually, because you think that Fred would at least, I don't know, have a reason for hating PlayStation. Is like the toxic fan base, the exclusives aren't good enough. Any reason could have sufficed. He was like, I don't know, I just fucking hate PlayStation. Exact words too. I just fucking hate PlayStation. I'm like, it's not that bad. PlayStation's got a lot of good games. Helldivers 2, you got Last of Us. Before the wokeism, of course, you got Spider-Man. I mean, Steam's got Spider-Man now, but like, it used to be a one console thing. You also got Heavy Rain, Detroit Become Human, God of War, there's Horizon Zero Dawn, Horizon Forbidden West. There's a lot of great games on PlayStation. He's like, fuck all those games. But he wouldn't give me a fucking answer either. I was just like, why? Why are you dogging on my shit, man? And Fred's like, because. Fuck PlayStation. And that was the last time we spoke, and that was like 2 months ago. I've heard everything else through the grapevine now. I don't talk to him because you can't be dogging on my shit. I don't cuss out Xbox. Fucking gay ass fucking platform. It's not that bad, actually. I'm just being mean because I'm mad at Fred. But, like, Xbox is not the greatest thing out there anymore. It used to be really good. And Fred's just sitting here crapping on my shit. I could crap on his. Hey, Fred, over on Xbox. You know, Avowed, they like to suck dick. And hate white people. Isn't Fred white? I'm pretty sure Fred is a white guy. I'm sure, I think, anyway. I've never actually seen it. Have you seen his face? It's like someone took a scalpel and just shaved it off. But there was like problems. Like they had to constantly try to hit the right spot and they kept fucking up. So the scars and the burns and the eyeball hanging out. And it just, I don't know, man. I feel like, I don't know if he's a white guy. I have no idea. Anyway, LARPing in a kid's mask, playing a kid's game, LMFAO. Do you think anyone above group home person IQs thinks Varus is real? I don't give a shit if anyone thinks Varus is real. That guy's a fucking nut job. Have you seen Varus lately? He acts like he's on a tangent. Probably because he is on one. I don't fucking know. Why do you care? Wait, is that supposed to be an insult? I'm confused. Wait, I just realized what your name is. LARPing in a kid's mask, playing a kid's game, LMFAO. Do you think anyone above group home person IQ? Who the fuck speaks like that? That's not even proper English. Anyone above group home person IQ? Is that the staff, the administrator, the clientele? There's a lot of people in group homes these days, man. It's not just the slow people. It's also all people above to take care of them. Management makes a lot of fucking money. If you want to talk about group home person IQ, you need to speak English, man. If you're gonna do an insult like that, that doesn't work. Yeah, I guess some people. You seem to believe in him. Your whole channel's named Homo Varus. You have a gay fantasy about Varus. You're a fucking weirdo, man. Like, what kind of fucking... Like, I don't think Varus is gay, but you... Good luck for trying, man. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Is your name for real? Did you actually waste time making a Google account? LARPing as a gay Varus fan? Oh my god. No wonder Varus is... No wonder what Varus wants to eat all of you. I haven't talked to him much lately. Varus is dark. He's talking about like eating the souls of the wicked minds of the world. I'm like, this is my cue to go. Fucking out of here. I don't know, man. I don't mess with that guy. Yeah, you got me. You owned me. Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. I was just being honest. So you guys like, right? Brutal honesty? Although I wasn't trying to own you or anything. I was just... Your name is fucking... Homo Varus. Tibbs mentioned that some of his audience has sex fantasies about his characters. Some weird fan fiction shit or something. I don't know. I wasn't really... when they had this at orientation where we were going to do this, there was some things that I just tuned out because I just... Look, man, you all want to have gay fantasies about the characters of TiBBzTV. It's fine, but you're not coming near my asshole. The only person that was allowed near my ass was Nora. She was alright. She's not around no more, but you know. And now no one's allowed near my asshole. That's just how it works. Let's see, what in the hell? Oh, it was Demon Chick. Alright, let's see. I guess we'll do some more matches. Well, one more level ought to do it. Oh, we're definitely getting this one during this match. Anyway. I don't know. Fred's supposed to be here tomorrow. Fred was supposed to be here today, but like... I don't know where he's flying in from. Cuba. He's probably coming from Cuba again. It wouldn't be the first time Fred has flown in from Cuba. You remember that one time he flew in from Alaska? Had his Eskimo shit on and he pulls in, he's in Hawaii. That was great. I don't know why TiBBz was talking about those days. Those days were great. So, what are we doing with this whole canon thing here, Winter? Are we like skipping past the last 7 years? Or are we gonna like just try to make up for lost time by telling stories about how we all used to hang out in the TiBBzTV My House universe? I thought I heard Mikey and I was like, shit. Mikey's great, but stab, stab. Alright, we got the one skin. We got 8 left. I can't hear anything. We're good. Looks like the monkey left. Just so you all know, when Fred gets here, I apologize in advance. We had a long 6-hour discussion. All 10 of us got into a room. Varys wasn't there. And Xander wasn't there. Those two were not there. Winter was there. It was interesting. And we were all at a 6-hour discussion on exactly how to start this whole thing. And one of the first things that came up is, please, everyone, refrain from discussing on streams how Fred likes to make love to chimichangas. And I'm sitting there, and that was the first and last time I participated in the discussion. I'm like, why can't we discuss this? Because we have to discuss this. And they're like, no, we're not allowed to discuss Fred's infatuation with making love to Mexican food. And I asked why. Because how do you not ask why, right? And they're like, well, people are not going to want to have to try and understand that. Like, mental illness will be brought up a lot. And I just sat there and had this huge fucking grin on my face. And I think they knew, because the next thing that came out of TiBBz's mouth is he was like, MacCready, I mean this. Do not bring that up. And I'm like, why not? He knew I was going to bring it up, so I'm pretty sure he's aware I'm going to talk about it now. But I'm like, why shouldn't I bring it up? What is your problem? He's like, I don't want to have to explain that to people. Nope. And so, I was like, so Fred makes love to plates of beans and SpaghettiOs at times, man. What's the big deal? He's like, no. It's not beans and SpaghettiOs, it's... Okay, so you know when you go to, like, Cantina, you get the authentic Mexican food? Wet burritos with, you know, enchiladas with the red sauce or the green sauce if you're into that. And then, of course, there's all the Mexican fried rice. You got the tacos, the enchiladas, the taquitos. Imagine that you pull it out of the fridge and somebody came in it. That's Fred Willis for you. And I don't know why he's in love with Mexican food. I think he just needs to fuck a Latina and get it over with. But, like, apparently, that's been a thing since, like, 2008. I'm not allowed to talk about it because, oh, woe is me, it's a fucking sin. And I'm not saying you should fuck Mexican food. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying Fred does it, and no one's allowed to question that. I don't fucking know what the deal is. But I do know this. It hasn't happened, to my knowledge, thank God, in like probably 15 years. I'm not sure. I don't know the details last time it happened. Nor do I want to have to try and figure it out. But apparently... they don't want us discussing it because it's barely the taboo of the TiBBzTV universe. Is knowing that Fred makes aggressive, sweet love to Mexican food. And that's very fucked up, and I'm really sorry. Everybody knows about this, I'm sure, because if you're watching TiBBzTV, chances are you know about the horror stories of Fred Willis, aka Deadpool, making love to a plate of spaghetti. Or was it chopped up tamale? I don't remember which. I think it was tamale, actually, now I think about it. There was always this rule, too. If Fred's visiting, hide all the Mexican food, all the freezer stuff, put duct tape on everything, put the padlocks on, pretend like we never owned anything, and for the love of God, throw away the mayonnaise. Why the mayonnaise? Because apparently, and I don't know why, apparently mayonnaise and cum look a lot alike. I don't fucking that's probably unhealthy, man. So, Fred Willis, just a terrible, terrible thing to have around. Apparently he has found somebody and he's not doing that anymore, but I call bullshit. Fuck it, it's always Fred. Like, that man can't help himself. He loves chimichangas way too much. So, you know, I'm just saying, why are we not allowed to talk about this? Fucking Tibbs over here like, dude, because nobody is gonna ever understand that. We're gonna be deemed as the wackos of the internet. And then people have a problem with me. I'm like, I'm surprised people don't have a problem with you. But we're like, the amount of things that people say about you. Untrue, it's false, we already know this. But the fact that people have said so many horrendous things about you, none of which with any proof, mind you, I'm surprised people don't hate your guts. You lucked out. Now, people don't hate your guts now. Imagine, I don't think Fred face fucking Mexican food's really gonna do it. I don't think it's gonna do anything. I think Tibbs needs to relax, get these things out in the open, talk about the history of the My House universe, and then, you know, let the audience know what they're walking into. And then, before you know it, we'll all be okay. I'm so getting reprimanded tonight, aren't I? I just realized, I just talked about the one thing. This was top of the list, do not discuss this. I am so not being allowed to stream for those 6 months. I can see it coming. Because they also said, anything that we put on these streams is to stay up. Make sure you say it so it cannot get slapped down by reports on YouTube. I'm pretty sure I said this safely, so now we're in a real heap of trouble. Yeah, you got me. Do you choose to be part of TiBBz, or was it a forced thing? It's more like an arrangement. We all kind of had the option. It was more, it's complex. There's more than just choosing or forced. It's more like there's a deal, and you get to be a part of the deal. I guess the way to put it. And if you want in, they put you in. If you don't, then they send you back to where it is you came from. Which usually is fire, brimstone, rocks, dirt. Oblivion. Usually it blows back to oblivion. But the way we go about it on screen is, well, we're all just different people. More or less. What the hell just happened? Let's see, 83. I guess we'll go back to lobby. It was more of like you get a choice. It wasn't a good choice, but you wanted that. Let's see. Is there more than one version of this? The shop sucks right now. Like Ice Spice, who even is this? It looks like some entitled, rich, snobby person. That's probably what they're maintaining there. Let's see. In Abu. Oh shit. Yeah, I just stupid. So is it a glider? Oh, it is a glider. Okay, so he's basically the wannabe Batman. Alright. Anyway. What made TiBBz's deal so appealing that you chose it over the other offers? If there were other offers. There's only one offer on the table. It wasn't a great one, but go back to the land of the dead and just do what we're doing, or you come back, work together, and try to do something positive. Not much of a deal, to be honest. But, I mean, if you were dead, and think about this from a ghost perspective, if you can. Most people can't. It's not a big deal or nothing. Just most people aren't dead, you know what I mean? If you die, you have the chance to come back one time. Regardless of how, to rectify some wrongs, wouldn't you? So, I think a lot of us took the deal because there's more than just TiBBz at stake. Is there Fortnite in Land of the Dead? No. Most of this digital stuff doesn't work out there. Land of the Dead is a place between time and space, and digital specifically is within space. Not outer space, but just in general. Space itself, I guess. So when you're in the land of the dead, between time and space, most electricity doesn't work. Just because you're outside that whole realm where you're physically there. I would know that better than anybody. It's not the first time I've come back. First time was with a guy named Hobbs White. And looking at TiBBz was better than two. Hobbs White was... Well, you learn from the first time you come back what you should expect of your host. Hobbs was terrible. Some things I'm really glad I don't have to relive. Outlast 50 players, we could do that. Back to your fucking battlefield. Terminated. His name was Brody. I terminated a Brody, guys. TiBBz and Davies do a drunk stream. You know, that conversation has come up a lot. I'm not saying I approve, because drunk streams are mostly just battlegrounds of debauchery and stupidity, usually. But at the same time, it would be Davies. They should have a thing. Like, there should be like a contest or something. And then Davey and TiBBz battle it out. Davey doesn't get drunk. He just loves rum. TiBBz would lose that competition so fucking fast. But it'd be nice because then you'd see them both in their element. They get along well. You should convince TiBBz and Davey to don't stream, or did they comment? I don't know. I think TiBBz has rules. Varus also enforces those rules. No drum streams, no lead streams, no panels. There's like 5 things we're not allowed to do. Although I call hypocrisy because TiBBz was doing the whole fucking high as fuck today. Fucking ridiculous. I don't like that double standard shit. I guess with TiBBz you need a place to cope for the day. I guess that's what made it okay, but I'm more like, so we all get one then? They're like, no. It's whatever. Oh, no, no. What in the hell? See, when the King Kong jumps through, that's when Fred would make a really racist insult. Oh, look, gosh, Shaquille O'Neal. Something like that. Never really understood Fred. Really never did. Not a bad dude, he just... Anyway. TiBBz smoked weed earlier. He had those edibles last night. TiBBz had edibles yesterday. Yeah, about this time it'd be yesterday still. And he was high all day, even after he woke up. Which tells me that he probably shouldn't have done that, because edibles like on our no-no list. The reason why edibles on the no-no list is because Varus likes us all to be sober. He likes us to be able to perform when we need to. Varus has become strictly business with them. Varus is still a cool dude, no, it's just he's come a long way. He used to be such a dick. But TiBBz had 4 edibles. From my understanding, he was on stream on Far Cry for like the longest time. I wasn't here. I'm sorry about that. When I flew in, I was expecting to be more of a red carpet. I had no fucking clue how to get from the airport to here. And nobody anywhere seems to know how to give directions without being fucking whole areas. So it took me a lot longer to get here than I was planning. And then I get here, and I find out Fallout 76 isn't installed anymore. So I'm like, well, what the hell am I going to play? Because I wanted to play Fallout 76. It was installed yesterday, they uninstalled it for it looks like Hitman. And I'm like, I don't want to... I'm going to have a long talk with Varus. I'm going to go straight to Varus. I'm going to bitch complain like a liberal. And I'm going to say... Varus, I would like to uninstall Hitman to play some Fallout 76. I'm sure he'll be okay with it. Usually he has been. Of course. I'm gonna have a long request. I'm just putting my I don't even know. Varus controls everyone. No, Varus is like there's a hierarchy in the Citadel. So Varus is this little group of people that's about 5 people in total. They all call the shots. There's only one person above all of them. And we don't talk to him much because he's just got too much on his plate. So it's 1 person, 5, then 9, then everybody else. I'm in the 9 of them. So I have a lot of control, but I just don't have enough control, I guess. And Varus is in the 5. And 5 is mostly military, security, and some other shit, I guess. I don't know. Anyway. No, Varus doesn't control anyone. Most of the orders give Varus cats come from the top, and it's just... It's good because it gives everybody structure, it gives everybody something they're supposed to do. Kind of makes it so that we don't have any F-ups. That's where the corporation kind of came to play. Funny. That's typically how it works, though. You should turn the Fortnite game audio down. It's much louder than you. Good to know. Better? All I know is Tibbs promised Davey a bottle of rum, and he promised me a new hockey mask, so just waiting on that new hockey mask. Much better? Cool. Good, 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 good. I don't know what Tibbs is talking about. Chat's being disruptive. You guys are all right. Just grab everything until we grab something good. Wow. I died to feel a trail of trash. Who knew? Not terrible. I mean, it's not my cup of tea, but I don't know. Why? Do you? Aww. So is Varus forced into the same deal like you have with Tibbs, or how does that work? Varus is one of the ones who's actually handing out the deals at the time. I thought I was high beams for a second there. Like, I haven't seen that asshole in forever. Him and his double-sided axe hiding back people's cars. There's a reason to go check the back seat before they drive to work. No, Varus has been handing out the deals as far as I know. I mean, I know that he's not the one who made the deal. That'd be the guy at the top. Also, you have to remember that not everybody's inside the head. Although it's not really inside the head, it's more like we're somewhere else and there's this... it's complicated. It's in order to describe it perfectly, it'd be like talking about the Matrix. So there is this building that floats in space called the Citadel. How much are we allowed to talk about? Everything at the clearance of what? Level 14's off limits. Okay, so everything under level 14 I can talk to you guys about. Is the Avatar program on that? Okay, so we're good. We can talk about it. So in this building called the Citadel, there's multiple layers, and it's like Asgard, but in space, right? It's a building, and so there's this room where there's this jelly portal thing. You can get into it, and it's like being inside of a suit. I guess it's like playing video games, except for we play video games to play video games. It's more than just the video game. There's more to the whole process of why this suit and this whole thing exists. But when each person takes over and the alters take control, it's entering into the suit. We figured it's our turn to deal with the situation, or we're the ones suited to deal with it. Doesn't just work. We have to fly up 14 flights of stairs to get there, too. We don't just pop in and then that's it. No. You actually make your way up there, like, yep, Elias, it's your turn. Donovan, it's your turn. No one ever picks Fred because Fred's not suited to deal with anything. But Fred's allowed to, I guess. Some people solve problems, some people just there to communicate and help them cope. Goes beyond that even. But I guess everybody handles the system in a different way. I really do suck at this. Anyway. Alright. Talking about the Citadel always pisses off the higher ups. Is your dad gonna kick my ass again? I know. I'm sorry about that. I don't know, I thought he was the bad guy still. Canon changes a lot. Let's see, and each of you have your own set of skills, like Elias's channel. What's posted over there lately? No? Elias, the character, versus Elias, the guy who runs the channel. His name isn't Elias. It's like Jacob or something. But anyway. No, that YouTube channel has no actual... The Elias's channel, okay, so how do I put this? Alter Elias versus the guy in LA Elias, right? Is it LA or is it LA? Is it LA? Can't speak today. So there's a guy that Tibbs knows. I'm not going to go into it because it's none of my damn business. But there's a guy that Tibbs knows who runs one channel, possibly two. There's a girl he knows that runs a YouTube channel. That one's been gone for a while. I don't even know if she's still on it. I haven't seen her myself. And then there's another guy. Might be the same guy as the guy who runs the Elias channel. That runs another channel. And they're all kind of just helping Tibbs use, grow his channel shit. Basically, if you have other people in other regions, YouTube knows when you're doing that, and they're saying, okay, this is definitely somebody else. Commenting, liking, etc. Probably been liking the videos lately. The Elias channel is run by one of those guys. The Flips channel, also run by one of those guys. The mock channel, not the actual guy from Flips. And then there's one that's the Docs channel for a person who's doxing Tibbs. Like I said, it probably hasn't been used in a while. And what was the question again? Each of us have our own set of skills, yeah. We all have our own set of skills, but I don't think YouTube qualifies as a skill. I know Ver's good at dissecting people mentally. I know that fucking Spider-Man. I know that Varys is good with psychology. Donovan's the man with the plan. And then, let's see. I know that Damien works security. I know that Davey is like the mentor of the group. Everybody has a purpose. It's okay. Actually, hold on. 84. Guess go collect what it is we've collected. We're almost done. So all the channels you mentioned earlier are just other character channels too? No. The Elias channel, I'm assuming the one that you're referring to is the one that's been posting things lately. That is an actual guy. And then there's a Flips channel. That one, I haven't even checked anymore with that shit. And then there's another channel. That's like 3 off the table. Those are actual people. The Donovan channel, the Derek channel. Let's see. My channel. I have a channel. Everybody gets a channel, apparently. That means there's a lot of channels you guys haven't even seen yet that are just used for watching YouTube. That's literally it. I think everybody gets one, except for the higher-ups usually don't want them. There's a lot of people in the smaller section that don't want one. The highest guy in the top of the food chain just doesn't have one, from what I understand. That is just so big, you wouldn't even know where it was to begin with. It probably is YouTube. Anyway. What are you asking? Are you asking if every channel that we associate with is a character channel? No. Would it be ridiculous? That would be ridiculous. Because I associate with you, and you're not a character channel. I hope. I hope. Hold on, if I hold my hands here, maybe he'll type a comment. You know what I mean? Tibbs knows a few people. And a few of them are alters that are in control. So that'd be a mix of both. Depends on who's who. No. The fuck off my screen. There we go. I don't accept party invites. Anyway. I hope that answers your question. I just told you guys all the secrets to who's who on TiBBzTV. Which ones are real people, and which ones are just us watching YouTube on our side accounts. You guys want to know who Derek watches? I shouldn't talk shit about Derek. Derek used to be such a shithead. Derek's alright. And Elias's channel? For the character channel, I guess? That's a whole nother one. You guys have to have seen that already. That's been out there for like a year and a half, 2 years now. It's not even the same one. I know there's 2 people doing Elias, but then you have this guy here named Homo Varys earlier. And I'm pretty sure that wasn't Varys, so if it was, Varys has some explaining to do. Giant silver bunny. Getting raped by all the sweats. It's Godzilla. Can I ask you a question? I've let you guys ask questions. I got a question. Why are people like so convinced that every channel is just TiBBz? Isn't that like paranoia at its finest? Also, what if it was TiBBz? I already know it's not, but like, what if they just decided to just jump with the conclusion that it was TiBBz? What would change about the information? Still a bunch of YouTube videos about some petty nonsense that no one gives a shit about. And I'm just thinking to myself, even if it was TiBBz, like let's just say by some hand of God example that somehow was TiBBz, doesn't change the information being said. Never really understood why that mattered. I've noticed that a lot of people like to talk shit about TiBBz, and most people don't want to hear what TiBBz has to say or what he has to show, which is usually just a stream with everything else attached to it. Like the full stream, not clips and snippets, but the whole thing. Because when you get the whole thing, you get a very different picture, I've noticed. So why do people care if it's coming from TiBBz or if it's not? Like, somehow that's supposed to be like, oh, if it's coming from him, you're not allowed to hear what he has to say. I've heard that kind of shit. I'm like, is that really the case? Because that's how you spit a narrative. That's how you fake a narrative, is by controlling where you listen to information from. Somebody could have a lot of valid points if you shut them down that way. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying you. I'm just saying that is normally how that works. That's how you control a narrative. That's how you control free speech, and that's in turn how you control. Well, that's how you control information. That's never a thing you should smile at, because controlling information usually has to do with censorship in some way or another. A lot of cults and dictatorships like to do that. Varys has always been the kind of guy to go into long, graphic detail to talk about how the Nazis changed. They didn't allow text because it often persuaded people to think about freedom. Something like that. Didn't really like listening to World War II after the stuff that I had to see, but the thought I always had, though, is because I noticed you asked questions about the whole, are those channels just TiBBz channels and character channels? No, they're not, but even if they were, would that mean that TiBBz was right? I mean, if TiBBz is putting out these kinds of videos, and everybody's saying they're making an impact, well, would that just mean that he's right? I mean, he's right regardless, because, I mean, I've heard TiBBz's arguments about these things. I do think TiBBz should just let it go and move on. I mean, I've seen the whole discussion of what's been said and stuff. It's just a bunch of petty nonsense, in my personal opinion. I mean, it comes off as nonsense, I guess is the way to put it. I mean, it's not that TiBBz is wrong, it's just that if nobody cares about it regardless, then it's nonsense. Nonsense is the kind of stuff that is petty, it has no point. You're fighting a losing battle no matter what you do. If people in mass are accustomed to the fact that this guy making disgusting, disturbing comments about kids is not something to be worried about, then we all just move on and fuck it. If the guy wants to bitch for nonstop for 3 years straight, let him. I mean, he looks guilty that way, but if no one's going to do anything with the information regardless, what's the point? So I was one of those people on the team that always tell TiBBzTV, just ignore it. They want your attention because they want to try to discredit you. If you're right, people will listen regardless. They just don't need to hear from you all the time. Always kind of had that demeanor. I don't know. I guess he's not coming back, so it doesn't really matter. Anyway, let's see. The Godzilla portal is open. Anyone could take it. He's gonna go become it. Oh, shit. We got it. That was embarrassing. Anyway, how long have we been streaming for? According to this, an hour and a half. Okay. Ah, my ass hurts. Oh, my fucking ass hurts. Alright, let's see. We got 6 spots left, and then we're done. Ugh. What if I just paid for it? I'm serious. Holy shit. Anyway, how's everybody doing tonight? 4 likes, damn. TiBBz doesn't even get this kind of traction. Let's see. Just gonna fix a couple things real quick. Settings wise. I know that Davey's supposed to be jumping on here tomorrow, but alright. What is Davey playing tomorrow? So the rest is for him? Does Dave even like doing Fortnite? I'm not judging. It's a fine game. It's not really my cup of tea, but Battle Pass ends on the 21st of February. Like, what's the next Battle Pass even gonna be? Hopefully it's something good. Oh, my ass. Fuck, this metal chair thing sucks. Get the cushion on it or something. Anyway. about to be sucked up by the storm. There he is. Pussy. Pussy! For luck, you might get to face him again. Why are they all just chilling? I thought it was so funny earlier, and that guy earlier was like, "You're LARPing in a kid's mask playing a kid's game on a YouTube channel." Wow. I thought that was funny. I feel like it's been far enough the stream that we can actually bring it up. Like, dude, that was hilarious. He's like, "You're LARPing." Wow. Isn't YouTube like 95% people LARPing? I mean, you really think MrBeast is that nice of a guy? No, he's not. Think PewDiePie is actually that comfortable in his life? No. Most YouTuber channels that are successful have a gimmick. And what if LARPing is a gimmick? You know what I mean? Like, so, like, even if somebody was LARPing, what do you care? You LARP as somebody who's relevant. You know what I mean? I was sitting there for the longest time, just like wondering. They always say respond to it 6 hours after it took place. That way, it's not relevant anymore, and they won't want to respond back to it. Something like that. I wasn't really paying attention. When orientation was going on, I was not paying attention. To be fair, I've kind of been on through this same old song and dance before with the previous establishment that was in charge. But the thought that I have is, we're LARPing, right? Well, if we're LARPing, that means we're having a good enough time to LARP. You don't LARP if you're having a bad time. You know what I mean? You know what that tells me? That tells me we're doing alright. Because that was the primary rule that they gave us. When we go on streams, be you, but try to have a good time. If you guys are having a good time, then you're square. So that's always good, right? So, but I thought that was funny earlier. I know I'm really late to responding on it, but remember, that's kind of how we have the rules set in place. By the time that hater realizes we replied, he's already wasted enough time somewhere else. Let's see. So there's that anyway. Let's see. I don't know why it keeps doing that. I think I pushed a button on my controller that made him dance like a fucking... I have my choice of words of how I can describe that. Frozone! I've always wanted to put an Iceman out to dry. Out to thaw. It sounded better in my head. See that eyeball on the side of the screen next to the Enclave guy that's spinning? That guy's watching us teabag his corpse. Okay. That guy was a rapist. Um. So what do you think, man? Are we leave the rest for Davey tomorrow? Alright. So, I guess we're going to call it here. It was nice to see you guys all again for the first time in, well, since 2018, 2019, 2020, somewhere there. Anyway, I'll see you guys the next one. Peace out. Hope you enjoy the stream. I'll see you guys later. Adios.